Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Solo Epoxy Art. And today we will make homemade pigments. I have already made white pigment. I have a video on the channel. I use it all the time and I'm very happy with this pigment. I used white titanium powder for white pigment. I'm using this bottle about 6 months. And today we will make pearl pigment. I have different colors of them, and today we will experiment with these pigments. What do we need before that? Pigments, of course, mortar and pestle to rub our pigment, tea strainer, I don't know how to call it, tea strainer, 2 measuring cups, one for resin and one for pigment, empty bottles for our pigments. I bought them on Amazon. They have a pipette, it's very convenient, and of course resin, but the resin is one component, or component A or component B. I never throw away bottles. When my resin runs out, I turn over the bottles and I wait for the resin to drain. Don't be surprised how much resin remains. From 15 to 20 milliliters sometimes. Here I have 15 milliliters. Pour resin into the mortar. Let's take the second cup and we take the volume 1 to 1. 1 part resin and 1 part pigment. Such beautiful red pigment from Ether Art. Take a tea strainer and we put a pigment there. And we sift a pigment into the resin. It's quite easy and the strainer is clean, if you see. Mix carefully with a spatula. Mixes easily. And I don't have any lumps on it. If you see, the pigment is very smooth. I will not use a pestle, it's not necessary. For the white pigment I used a pestle because there were lumps. So, I take a bottle and pipette and pour the pigment into a bottle. And voila, our first pigment is ready. It drips perfectly in small drops. I'm glad with this pigment. So we will do the same with another pigment. My mortar is clean. I used alcohol, methanol. I wet the napkin and wipe it. It's very easy. So now I will take another resin from Art Pro, part B, and we do the same thing. There were almost 20 milliliters there. We pour it into a mortar and we sieve a pigment. Just the same part of pigment. 1 to 1. 1 part of resin and 1 part of pigment. pigment smooth enough, I don't need a pestle. So, another one, gold one pigment, just the same way. When the pigments be ready, we will do an experiment with these pigments. In the next video we will pour the resin with this pigment. And let's see the result together. So, my gold one is ready. And we start doing the next one, just the same way. Here too there was about 20 milliliters. Can you imagine how much resin remains in empty bottles? This is incredible. So now I'm busy with my white pigment. If you see, there are lumps, and I use a pestle. Mix with a spatula very well, but I see lumps, and I will take a pestle. We grind it with a pestle so that the resin is smooth. So, my white pigment is ready. And now our black one, just the same way. My advice is to never throw away empty bottles from resin. Turn them over and leave it for some time, and the remains of the resin use. Believe me, there is a lot of it left. So, our pigments is ready. In the next video we will experiment with these pigments. Thank you for being on my channel. Have a nice day and bye-bye.